Hi guys, it's Amy, and I was just going to do a quick tutorial for the new way that WordPress is set up. As you can see on that page, everything will look normal, will look as it has been since we've started. But once you go to the add post page, things are going to look really different. Some of these changes I really like. Some of them, to be honest, I'm not a fan of. But once you get used to them, it's fairly easy to use. Some things are just not as convenient. So this stuff down here where it says SEO, it might show up a little bit differently for you, or we might change this so it might look a little differently from now on. But your main part where you're going to be writing an article is right here. Now, if you don't do well with all of these things around you, then you can also go to where it's these options over here. Sorry. And you will be able to toggle things where you have less distractions. There's also one right here where you can choose less distractions, but where I'm recording right now is actually right over this button, so I can't press it. But once you're ready to start, you can just do your article like normal. Let's say it's a music video, and Super Junior releases another amazing video. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so once you have your title, of course, then you can actually come in here and start writing. Now, I want to tell you a couple of new things about the way that you can write. So it says start writing or type to choose a block. The way that it's set up in the old WordPress, you had one text area and you did all your text, all your video, everything all together. Now the WordPress has divided things into blocks. So you may have a block of text and then a block that has a video, another block of text and a block that has a photo. It can be helpful for really, really long articles, but it's also kind of a pain as well. So let's say that you're typing, we're just going to say text body here and say that it goes on quite a while, a couple of lines or so for an introduction sentence. Okay, if I press enter as I normally would, then it actually takes me to a new text body. Well, I don't want to do that because then once I adjust the font or adjust things of that nature, then I have to go here in this box where you can see now it's more clearly marked, and I'll have to adjust that and then go to the next thing and adjust this, and then the next one and adjust that. So it's better when instead of putting all of your text into different boxes, instead of pressing enter and being directed to a new box, hold shift and then do enter and then enter again. Okay, that way you will see that once I type, everything is going to be in the same box now. So let's just say that now that everything's in the same box, I will select all the text in that box and I will go to and say that I want to italicize, bold, whatever. The one thing I want everyone to do from now on, though, is most important, is keep all your text together so that you can easily go and justify your text. For whatever reason, WordPress has never allowed justified text before, and they've finally done it, and that is a huge improvement because it makes your articles look so much better. So you can see this article that I did for Sung Min. They at that point you could not yet justify text, so see it looks a lot less professional. So now we can finally justify text, so please take advantage and do that. I'd say then that I want to put in a video. I'll go ahead and go to my new block. I can put it in this way. I can also just copy and put it in this way, and it will embed it automatically. But sometimes, as you guys know, we've had trouble embedding videos automatically, so you can do it this way, embed it here, press enter, or you can even go up here to this thing where it says add block, and you can add it this way. So there's a lot of different ways to do things. It just depends on what is the easiest. So let's say then that you have different things that you want to put in. So we're in a new block down here. There's a lot of different ways that you can put new blocks in. So we have YouTube, we have embed codes for all kinds of different things, lists, quotes, robo gallery. That's a gallery that's going to be able to scroll through. That'll be really helpful for our press photographers. Just a normal image, a regular gallery. And then also down here, you'll see some of the most common blocks that people use across WordPress. So you could do like a video or audio, even a file, different things of that nature. To say that we want to do our list, that's basically just bullet points. Let's say I'm making a bias list, or I'll say that my bias is Donghae, my bias is also Kai, my bias is also Taemin. That's what these are going to look like. So these are just bullet points. That's how you're going to be able to do this. You can also change them into numbers and change things around that way as well. Okay, so say that another thing that we want to do is insert a quote. The quote will look just like this. So my quote that I'm going to use is, "I am the best by," of course, "to anyone." So this is now my quote, and that's how it's going to look for me. Okay, let's say that one more thing that we want to do is put a header in. So let's say that I forgot I wanted to put a header right here. So I'm going to be able to go click on this thing, and then underneath this drop down menu, I can insert the header before it. I can insert it after. So I'm just inserting the block, and then I'm going to choose add block, and then do a heading. Okay, so these are, say that I just did this list, so this is my bias list. I can also go here and make it smaller, bigger, etc. And I can make it bold, I can make it italic. I can also do like strike through, underline, things of that nature. Now, another thing that we have done before, and again, I did this on this article, is these little dividers, colorful dividers. This before took a lot of patience because it was had to do it through HTML coding. Now this is one very large improvement that WordPress has come up with. Instead of this, we just have to come here to where it's a new block and just say that we're making a list, and number one on my list is let's say that it's going to be SNSD song G. Say I'm making a list of songs or videos that are iconic. Okay, over here I can come over here to where it's underneath this block section, choose small, medium, normal, large. Not everything you're going to be doing is normally under medium, or excuse me, normal, but say that I want to make something large. And I will also can go over here now that I've chosen the basic thing and make it a little smaller, a little bigger. And then I can go here to color settings, and I can choose my background settings. Say that I want to do my background as pink, and then I can come down here and have my my color as blue or green or whatever. I'm just going to keep it, let's say, white. Okay, so once I do that, then I have one of these things, but it's easier, it's a lot quicker, and also, like I said, it can make it smaller or things of that nature. I can make it bold, I can center it, I can make it bigger than that. Same, that one's a little too small. And so then once they're done, you can see how it will all look in the preview. It's just so much easier than the old way that we used to do them here. I think that's pretty much all of the new type of blocks that we can use. So when you're just in your text box, sometimes it will appear up here, but this is just to your navigation where you can quickly go to, say, if it's a very long article and you want to find the quote that you did easily, just click on the navigation and then go to your quote. And then things like, say, if it was just normal text or something like that, it will come up all these different things, the way you can center it, bold, italics, of course, putting in links. Say that I'm linking to, I don't know why I would, but just say where it says text, I would link to this video. Just copy the video link and then Control C is the best way to do that. And then here, just highlight it and Control V. Now this is a hyperlink, so when the article has been published, they can just click on this and it will direct them to the video. But once you are ready to publish things, things will be a little bit differently over here. Your permalink is something like, say that I accidentally misspelled amazing. Okay, if I misspelled amazing here, it would also show up as a misspelling here in the link. This is what the link would actually look like. So say that I just fix it here, but for some reason it doesn't get fixed here, I would just go in here and take out the Z. And so this is like when actually we have a link that will be our basic link here, and then the name of the title is what makes up the rest of the link. So that's why you have to make sure that your hyperlink, or your permalink rather, is what is matching your title. Okay, so after all that's finished, you'll go down here to categories, choose your main category, choose your subcategory, choose your tags like normal, whatever they are, and then here you can go ahead and do your feature image however you want to, choose whatever image you have, etc. Let's say that one, and then everything will be done. Now, if things might show up a little bit differently for you here, but regardless of that, anything that is below featured image, please don't mess with. That's stuff for our website, so just don't mess with that, just the featured image. And then this was what the preview would look like. Have different things. I have a little header. That was the header image that we put in. We have a list type thing where we could put these that were similar to this article, quotes and different things of that nature. So you'll see that it's just a little bit lengthier to do, but it does have a lot of capabilities that you can change around and do new things with that are a little bit easier. My favorite thing being this thing that we can all just do very quickly and easily. And then, like I said, once you justify it, now this was an article that wasn't justified, but now that we can justify it, look how much better it looks as a published article. It looks so much more professional, so make sure to justify, please. That is so very important. And then feel free to play around with the other things that you can do as far as quotes and quote and list and things of that nature. If you have any questions at all, oh, and I was going to say also, and you don't have to just put YouTube videos in. So say that you have a video on Facebook that you want to use. Say that you go to Facebook, you have like a funny video or a video that that maybe super that Super M released on their Facebook and not on Twitter. So you can just go in and also paste that in, and it will embed it as well. When you do a Facebook video, it's not going to show up in this like a text box, but it will show up once you preview it. So those are the new things to do with the new WordPress. So I hope that was quick and easy. I know it was 11 minutes, but at least I think it will cover the main things that you can do now. And if you have any questions, make sure to let me know. Thank you so much.